Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Connie Douglas from Great Stamping with Connie, and I would like to welcome you to CraftSpot. This is our Wednesday afternoon crafting adventure, and today might be that. I was thinking about this, and I thought, yes, so many times we wander down a path, and I've seen the beginning of the path, and I kind of know there's an end to the path. Hopefully a lovely card, but sometimes I don't really see the whole path, and sometimes the path twists and turns. And so today, not so much necessarily a twist and turn, but who knows until we get in there. But something kind of different. I'm sort of going out on a limb with something that, had this idea flash through my brain, and it's like, wow, I wonder what that would look like. But I haven't tried it. I didn't actually make a card yet. I just, cut some pieces and got some things ready. So could be an adventure today for sure. But I'm so happy you have come along for the ride, or, for the laugh perhaps, because, sometimes that's what it is. Anyway, if you are on here, please do say hello. Let me know that you are watching. And if you are catching me on replay, let me know that you got the replay. Always love to see who has joined me at some point, whether it's live or on the replay, and let me know what you think. So, what do I have to share? My September card class is coming up. You may have seen a flyer for it. Well, it's coming up. It's third week of September, so it's not for a little while yet, but the registration is open now, and the flyer went out maybe only yesterday. Flyer's gone out, social media posts, and there will be more of those. But if you would like to join me for the September card class, it is a mostly autumn themed class. We're using some designer series paper called Garden Walk. I call it the sleeper paper because I don't even know how I ended up with it. I don't remember ordering it, but because when I looked at it in the catalog, it was like, yeah, no, not so much my thing. I could do without this one. I won't order it. We're just in pre-order, so I could still order it when this whole fall mini catalog goes live on September 6th, next week. That's exciting. So I wasn't planning to order it, but somehow I had a pack, and oh my gosh, I love it. It's beautiful. I have played with it a couple times, and I am loving it. So that's the paper that I decided to use for the September card class. Go figure, eh? Who knew? It's not the paper we're using today. Today we are using designer series paper that is in the September card club. So if you are a member of my monthly recurring card club, it's a subscription. You join, and basically you stay until you tell me you don't want to be there anymore. But it is it's a club, and so each month you will get some product, and we'll use that for our projects, and you'll have some left over to play with as well. And this paper is part of the September card club, and it is stunning. And it will be available to all of you starting next Wednesday. So that's exciting. So why don't we head down to the crafting space and we can get started. So you have seen this paper before if you've been following me at all in some of my crafting adventures. It's called All About Autumn, and it's a specialty paper, so there's lots of foil and shine, and these are just some scraps because I have been using it fairly extensively. But there are beautiful fall themed patterns on the back. Some of them are, relatively plain, but there's a full sheet of that one. And what else do we have? Oh, cozy weather, let's stay in and do some reading. So there are some interesting patterns on the back, but look at beautiful fall leaves. Here's the full page of that other one. So just some truly, look at this. Whew, I love the pretty peacock, which is not really a traditional fall color. Sorry, that's kind of hard to see with all the shine, but not traditionally a fall color, but it pulls in beautifully with fall colors. Look at this one. It's a card right there, isn't it? You don't have to do anything with that. And there is at least one more like that. I'm not positive I still have a piece of it left. I may have used it all. Nope. There we go. There's another one that is, it's a card right there. Boom, done. Slap a sentiment on or not even, and you have a card. So my thought was that we would play with some of this today again, because I have it and it's lovely and it is kind of the season. So here's my other thought. I have been using the autumn leaves dies a whole lot. I'm using them for some projects for a conference I'm going to in early September. I've used them for the card club. I use some of them for the monthly card class, which you can still register for. And I've used them all over the place. And so I've been die cutting these a lot in lots of different fall sorts of colors. But my brain said, what if you just did white? Because I was thinking sort of tone on tone or something. I haven't gone tone on tone in the final analysis, but that was a thought, and I suppose that may still happen, but not today. Hello, Donna, welcome. Because I got onto using this designer series paper. So look at this. Look at all these pumpkins and gourds and squash. Maybe I don't know. Whatever these fall critters are. Very, very fall oriented. So I thought I would start quick and easy. So this is just, and look at the back. It's almost criminal to. I know that doesn't show really well, but it is peacock blue and gold, and it's lovely. And I'm going to put glue on it and hide it. You got to do what you got to do. But the the front pattern is also lovely. So we will hide this one. So this is where the adventure begins, because I'm going to glue this onto here. And then we are just going to, play with those white leaves and see what happens, see what we get, see where we go. Go. And this is just a very narrow border of early espresso. So this was 5 by 3 3/4. And so this is 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. So just the slight narrow border. And this is pumpkin pie standard card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And I will get it ready, but I don't think I'm going to put the paper down onto here just yet, in case in case this this adventure fails. Okay, I will stamp a sentiment, perhaps in pumpkin pie for this one. And if you have been following me, you know that I'm on a gratitude kick, and I always like to live live it with an attitude of gratitude, but just trying to really highlight it and bring it a little more into focus right now, based on some training that I'm doing with from another demonstrator, the one actually that's hosting the conference in September. So anyway, this sentiment, endlessly grateful, is from the Very Best Occasions stamp set, and it is in the annual catalog. And It covers lots of occasions, some Christmas and Christmas, New Year's, birthday, the warmth of family. May you enjoy the warmth of family this season. Could be any season. And sending smiles for every moment of your special day. Could be anything. Could be birthday. Could be anniversary. Could be anything. And then just some general stuff. You're the best ever. You make my life happy. With comfort and love. Doesn't have to be a sympathy card, but it could be. That's what you need. So anyway, pumpkin pie ink, and let's get this on here. What's it? There we go. And I am going to clean this because I will use this on my next card, and it will not be pumpkin pie. So let's get it cleaned off now so that we don't forget, and put it into something that we don't want it in. Okay, and then we just kind of play. So I didn't really plan anything. I don't know, maybe coming from here, sort of following, kind of decorating, I don't know. Really know what kind of a look I was after with this, but yeah, not so much that. That looks kind of like rabbit ears or something, doesn't it? Probably don't need quite that many leaves. Want them all tucked under. Okay, and then last night at a paper pumpkin party, someone got asking about bows. So I was trying bows. So I have these little black and white gingham bows, and I thought, oh, that kind of works for fall stuff too, doesn't it? So, let's just kind of move these up a little bit. I did warn you, right? If anybody has any ideas, throw them out there. Kind of covering up a lot of the paper too, aren't we? Maybe we should go really simple. Okay, the white leaves was kind of the plan. That's where it started. But how many times do you sit down to create something and it barely resembles your initial thought? Stick just some little leaves on. It kind of looks like looks a little bit like rabbit ears or something to me. Maybe from the bow, coming from the bow. Back. And I need to move this up. But if I put these on here, see, if you play with it long enough, you can usually end up with something that you really like, but you just have to figure out what it is. Something like that. What do we think? Does that work? That could work. Should we do it? Should we just do it? Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is actually glue these leaves onto here. I'll glue them flat, and then I'm going to put the whole thing on with dimensionals. Just to give you a little poof, a little pop, a little. Oh, so put a bit of glue on there. So we'll just share it with this leaf. Put these right about there, because ultimately this is going to go over the stems. Okay, we'll see. We shall see what we shall see, because we're going to stick it down now. And I suppose if it doesn't work, I could just pull it all apart. But the idea is to end up with some cards. So the goal is not to pull it all apart, but to put it all together. Okay, let's get this about here. All right, and then blue dots are the quickest, easiest, most wonderful way to attach those to your cards. So I think we're okay. If your ribbon is narrow and your bow knot is quite tiny, sometimes you need to roll the glue dot a little bit just to make it smaller so that you don't end up with sticky stuff being exposed all over the place. But I think we're okay with this one. There we go. And then we will put it onto the card base, and hopefully we will like what we see when we have our finished card. Sadly, the weather is starting to feel almost fall-like. I'm at the cottage right now, and the local radio station said it was supposed to go down to 4 degrees tonight. The weather app on my phone says 6 degrees, so that's a little bit better. But either way, it's supposed to be a little bit nippy tonight, and that's not really a happy thing. I think I have this a little bit crooked, but it's pretty stuck down. It is crooked. Probably going to drive me nuts. So if you use dimensionals, the dental floss trick does not really work, but you can just cut these off. And then I usually try to pull the excess off, but you can just move where your dimensionals are, and you don't even necessarily have to do that. But these are coming off fairly easily, so we'll take them off and try it once again. I don't know about everyone, we all have our thing, right? Mine is crooked. It drives me wacko if I get crooked layers or crooked sentiments, crooked stamping, all those things, and I should probably be a little bit more chill about it. But you know, we all have to have our thing, right? So apparently that's mine. But last night at our paper pumpkin party, someone was saying something on one of the stamps was crooked, and I had not noticed. So kudos to her for picking that up. Okay, back to some more dimensionals here. If you have not registered for my girls' getaway weekend yet, and you would like to, it is November 17th to 19th. It is in Stayner, and it is an awesome weekend where basically you just do whatever the heck you want. Crafting and chatting, visiting with friends, making new friends, make and takes, having a nap, going for a walk, no dishes, no cooking. That is all taken care of for us. So it is an awesome weekend, and it just completely fills your cup and refreshes your soul. So it's, I highly recommend it. It is just a ton of fun. Registration for that is open. You can check through emails or social media posts if you're looking for info, or just reach out to me and I can send you the information or answer any questions if you have any questions. So these are adhesive backed speckled dots, and they are in the new September to December mini catalog. And I love these too. Although I'm looking at them and there is no truly orange, there's copper clay, which I could use on this card, I think. And there's Old Olive, which is beautiful. And then there's Moody Mauve, which isn't quite right for this card, but it does coordinate with some of the other papers. And then, and whatever this color is, what color is that? Oh my goodness. It's kind of being elusive at this exact moment and not coming to me, but I will just double check it just because it will have me wondering. So oh, crumb cake, of course. Oh, and they say mossy meadow. To me, they look a little bit, I guess the speckles are mossy meadow. Moody Mauve, crumb cake, and copper clay. But they're really fun too. I really like these. These were also part of the September Card Club. So if you are a member of the Card Club, you will be getting some of these in your kit this month. So I'm not sure, because I have the bow, I don't want a whole lot of gem. I just, you know me, it looks unbalanced. Kind of like anyone you know. So I'm just going to put that on there. And now I don't know which side it should go on. That side, this side. I don't think I want it right in the center. I think that might not quite be right. But I'll put it back there because every time I touch this, I must have something on my take your pick tool or something. Not sure, but anyway, it's going to go there. We get another choice with the next card. So there you go. So, not necessarily quick because we were sort of figuring out what we were doing, but if you were to make more than one of these, or if you were to make one of these now, using my design, that would be a really quick card to make. And lovely for fall and just sharing your gratitude. So the next card that I was planning, working with the white leaves and sort of non-traditional things. Look, we have Lost Lagoon. Definitely not traditional. So I have standard card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And as I say, this is Lost Lagoon. Oh, and then I have a second piece of Lost Lagoon that is 5 by 3 3/4. Do you believe? Check. Yes, 5 by 3 3/4. Okay, I'm going to do this one landscape as well. And then we have 3 pieces of the Designer Series paper. So there's the reverse of the pumpkins. And this is one of the ones with all the leaves. And this was one of the ones with books. So I was thinking I would just put these all down on here with some borders, and then we will play with the sentiment and white leaves again. And I have lots because I only used 2 on the last card. So, okay, I am going to bring in my silicone mat here, which has a little bit of stuff on. Let's see that clean up. If you have one of these silicone mats and you have glue on it, if you just rub it with your thumb, the glue just rolls up in a ball that comes right off. It is quick and easy, and just a beautiful way to keep your work surface glue free. Because if you get glue on here and then you set your card in it, bad things happen. So this way we can get the glue all over these, and if we happen to go over the edge or anything, it'll be on the silicone mat, and then we can just move that out of the way, and we won't have glue where we don't want it. Okay, there we go. So I put the glue on all of these before I put any of them down, just so that I could get them onto my cardstock relatively quickly in case I need to slide them around, because the glue is not thick, because a little goes a long way. You do have a little bit of wiggle time, but not a whole lot. So this way we can kind of get our spacing going and get everything where we want it before it gets too stuck down. In a smidge. We have this straight. Okay, I think we look good. We'll move this out of the way. We'll flip this guy over. We'll give him a nice background. And then he's ready for additional creating. But let's stamp our sentiment. I think I will use, I could use Lost Lagoon, couldn't I? Could use Pretty Peacock. Maybe Lost Lagoon. And I'm going to use that same sentiment again, endlessly grateful. I got a little something in my ink pad. There we go. Okay. And that's how you get ink on your pokey tool. But but I needed to get that something out of my ink pad. Okay. Go. Just get a little bit of a clean off. And we are ready. Ready for the adventure. So for this one, I think I may want this over the three, the scene from the three, and then maybe just some leaves falling down my card. One, maybe. Coming out this way, which way? That might look like a little bit too much leaf, doesn't it? But perhaps use fewer leaves, but some of the smaller leaves instead of all these big leaves. No. I think that's a little bit better the other way. Where were we? Here and here and here, maybe like that. The white leaves is definitely a different look. I think I like it just for something different. It does sort of play a little bit of a game with with my eye and my brain, because leaves are not white generally. Or I could just do do some leaves. Because I have 3. Yeah, maybe something kind of like that, right? Sort of like that. And then just, well, keep moving them as I touch them, but yeah, I think I'm gonna do this. Again, something a little different than some of the other cards I've made lately. And certainly the color of the leaf is different, but even what I'm doing with the leaves is different. So mixing it up a little bit. Live on the edge or something like that, eh? Not that this is really too far out, I suppose, but okay. As I did mention, the this catalog is going live next Wednesday for customers. If you do not have a demonstrator and you would like to have a catalog, let me know and I can get one out to you. And if you have a demonstrator, they should be getting one to you. And if they haven't said anything about that, check in with them and tell them that you would like one. Overlap this a little bit. This time. Hopefully I don't have glue in those places I picked it up from, but we'll get out the adhesive remover if we do. Okay. Yes, may need a little bit of adhesive remover because I had some glue on my finger. There we go. If you haven't seen these, this is a gum eraser. Stampin' Up! Used to sell them, but they last forever. So once everybody had one, nobody bought one. And Stampin' Up! Doesn't carry them anymore, but you can get them other places. They work really well for getting adhesive off of your cards. So, get this on here. I have to go completely not center with this because I put in the middle, but not center because I think I would be squishing the leaves a little bit. And so we'll just go totally to the edge and then it won't look like I tried to center it and missed. One thing to be aware of, these leaves, they do have a die cut. This vein is actually a cut, so the glue can come through. I try to keep it to the, the left and right side. Obviously, I'm not always completely successful with that. So, as for base, I could have done this on dimensions. Oh, I'll just put it down flat. Go. And we will add a little dimension with some of these. What do we think? I guess the Moody Mauve, since I could do crumb cake, but I like the Moody Mauve. Let's use some of those. Okay. Yes. And this time I will use more because I don't, I do have another little gingham bow, but there's not the same. These are so cute though. I think we'll just stick with gems. Just go with gems. Can't go wrong with gems, right? Oh my God. So once it's, created, this is also a quick and easy card. There we go. Okay, let me come back and join you. There we go. So, oh, a little bit of glare there, right? What happens if I swap them? Does that help? That's maybe a little bit better. A little less glare on the specialty paper, which is always lovely, but not when it's blind. It's blinding me. Anyway, there's a couple of quick and sort of different cards for you. I hope that you like them, and I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I truly appreciate you, and I appreciate you being here. So have an awesome rest of your day, and I hope to craft with you all again really soon. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.